So, are you waiting for an apology that you're pretty sure is never, ever going to come? So many of us get stuck in that spot, just waiting for closure that someone else holds the key to. Well, today we're going to talk about a really simple but honestly super powerful way to give that closure to yourself. We're going to talk about the letting go box. I mean, have you been here, stuck in this really painful loop? You know the one. You're checking your phone, you're replaying conversations in your head, just hoping for an apology you know deep down isn't on its way. It's such a heavy feeling, and man, it can keep you anchored to the past for months or even years. This image just captures it perfectly, doesn't it? Just holding on, waiting, and your whole life is kind of on pause because of it. And here's the real problem. When you're waiting for someone else to give you that closure, you're giving them all the power. You're basically letting them decide when you get to move on with your life. And you know, it's not just the memories floating around in our heads, right? It's often these physical things. Just look at this. A photo, a ticket stub, an old shirt. Each little object can act like an emotional anchor, keeping us totally tethered to a past that we really need to move on from. Okay, and this is the idea that can totally set you free. You don't actually need their apology. Real, lasting closure isn't something someone else hands to you. It's something you have to create for yourself. It's an inside job, not a gift from the outside. So, how do we actually do that? How do we take back the controls? Well, let's dive into a simple but incredibly powerful tool for doing exactly that, the letting go box. The whole concept is so simple. You just find a physical box. Any old shoebox or shipping box is perfect. And look, this box isn't for storage. Think of it as a dedicated vessel for all that emotional weight you've been carrying around. It's a place to put the past, so you can finally move forward. The whole thing is a simple, 4-step ritual, and it's designed to be really tangible, really deliberate. First, you're going to gather, then you acknowledge, then you release, and finally, you store. Let's break down exactly how these steps come together to create this powerful act of taking care of yourself. All right, step 1 is to gather. You're literally going to walk around your space and collect all those physical reminders we just talked about. The photos, the letters, the gifts, anything that when you look at it just yanks you right back into that painful memory. Be thorough with this. This is all about finding every single one of those anchors. Now, step 2. This might be the most important part. Acknowledge. You don't just chuck the items in the box. You pick up each one, you hold it, and you let yourself feel whatever memory is attached to it. The good, the bad, all of it. And then you can even say thank you. Thank it for the lesson it taught you, for the happy memory, for what it once meant. And look, this isn't about forgiving the other person. It's about acknowledging the object's part in your story before you decide to let it go. And that brings us to steps 3 and 4, release and store. You physically place each item into the box. That is the act of release. And once everything is inside, you seal that box. Tape it shut, like really tape it shut. This isn't just about closing a lid. It's a symbol that you're closing a chapter of your life, for good. Okay, so I know what some of you might be thinking right now. Really? A cardboard box is going to heal my heartache? And you know what? That's a totally fair question. The magic isn't in the box itself, of course. It's in the psychology behind the ritual. The concept we're talking about here is called physical release. You see, our brains are just wired to respond to tangible physical actions. When we're dealing with something as abstract and messy as an emotion, doing a physical ritual like this gives our mind something concrete to hold on to. It's a way to process what's actually happening inside. By gathering and acknowledging and then physically sealing these items away, you are sending a crystal clear signal to your brain. You're basically demonstrating, hey, this is over, I've looked at it, I processed it, and now I am choosing to put it away. It helps your mind switch gears from that state of unresolved waiting to a state of chosen completion. And this, right here, illustrates the end result perfectly. You put the box away somewhere out of sight. The top of a closet, the back of the attic, doesn't matter. Out of sight, out of mind. The ritual is done. And you can actually feel it. There's this real tangible sense of lightness that comes from finally putting that weight down. So if you take just one thing away from our little explainer today, please let it be this. Stop waiting. Closure is not a gift that someone else gives you. It's a decision that you make. It's a power that you hold. It's the moment you decide your future is way more important than your past. So that really just leaves us with one final question for you. Maybe it's a past relationship or a friendship that ended badly, or maybe a dream that just didn't work out. What's in the box that you're still carrying around? And are you ready to finally let it go?